Hi, I'm Teresa. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing a reading vlog, my first ever. I'm actually doing the Purse readathon, hosted by Purse Project, but really it's just reading a reading vlog over the weekend. That's all it really is. So I'm just gonna chat a bit about what I'm reading and also what my plans are for the weekend, because I'm not just reading. Um, I have also got to do an awful lot of tidying. I'm going to show you why I have to do that. It's a bit scary. And I'm also going to need to do some university work because I'm on to my last week of classes, though they're all now online. And yeah, I've just got to try and catch up with that. I'm a bit behind. I've not been doing an awful lot this week. So I'm just going to flip the camera around and I'll show you what I'm reading and also why I need to tidy so badly. So, my reading plans for the weekend are reading Winter by Marissa Meyer. I have about 185 pages left. It's a very big book, it's over 800 pages, so hoping to finish that either today and then definitely tomorrow if I don't. And what else I'm going to be doing in my time, which might take up a lot of time, is tidying because I moved home from student accommodation and I've not sorted anything out yet, so it's all just piled up. So that's what I'm going to be doing with my time. Yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing with my time. I'm hoping to also get an audiobook playing. I've not actually listened to an audiobook before just because I don't think that they're going to really work for me. I don't take in information like that at all. I'll just tune it out. But I thought I'd give it a try, get a free trial and stuff, so I'll try that. I'm thinking Daisy Jones and the Six because the audiobook comes very highly recommended and it's got a full cast as well, so I'm thinking that might also help because it's not just one voice I'm tuning out a lot of voices. So I thought it's worth giving that a go just while I'm tidying on in the background. And yes, that's the beginning of the vlog. So just tune in over today and tomorrow. Today's Saturday, by the way. Reagan normally starts her vlogs on a Friday, but I kind of forgot yesterday, and I was going to online classes, and then I went to work for the last time in a good while last night, so there wasn't really much to vlog. I did do a bit of reading. I don't think I'm gonna count it in my wrap up for this weekend, but we'll see. I'll see how bad I read this weekend if I need that extra 100 pages. But yeah, in the meantime, hi, welcome to the vlog. I'm just gonna try and sort out my life a bit. So I've been listening to my audiobook for about 20 minutes and I've made some progress in my room, which I'll show you, but I'm actually really liking it. I think the voice cast definitely helps. It's been a lot easier to focus on. I've just finished the kind of first part of the book. Um, yeah, it's really interesting so far. I'm enjoying it. I think I definitely will continue listening to the audiobook. I don't know if I'm going to become someone who listens to audiobooks very regularly, just because I think it would need to be ones like this that are full cast, that are very, like, very engaging in this way. Yes, so I've done a bit of progress, so I'll show you that. So I've cleared, this bit was more boxes, so I've cleared that away a bit. And my bookshelf, I've put all my books on it. I'm taking jumpers off, because I'm going to need to put them somewhere. I'm not sure where though. I suppose I could probably fit them away now I've cleared some space. But yes, some progress has been made. Not an awful lot, but some. Got stuff here, it's going to go into the loft. And yeah, I'm going to continue clearing this mess and listening to my audiobook. Taking a break from tidying to make some lunch. My eggs are sizzling. Then I'm going to read some. Hi again. It's been a while since I last vlogged because I sat down to read. Actually, I sat down to watch Brooklyn Nine-Nine, and then I sat down to read. And I read a bit, and then my mom said, "Hey, let's go grocery shopping." I'm like, "Sure, I need to get some stuff. I'll go." I've not been grocery shopping with my mom in a good while because I moved out and I've not had to. And I forgot how much. I forgot that there's a reason that I don't go grocery shopping with my mom. So here I am, like 3-4 hours later, back finally. did get what I needed though, thankfully. And I also picked up the Red Pyramid by Rick Riordan, the first book in the Kane Chronicles, since I've been meaning to read more of Rick Riordan's books. So I've only read Percy Jackson and the Heroes of Olympus series. So got that. It was only 99p as well, so bargain. I have also read 60 Pages of Winter, just before I left, and then I also took the book with me and read it in the car a bit. So yes, that's what I've been doing. I'm just gonna actually keep on reading, but thought I'd tune in a bit and do a bit of a vlog. It's actually like getting dark. I've got the light on and everything, so the lighting is gonna be a bit gross from now on, but here I am. I've also given up on tidying for today, that can wait. I was planning on doing more, but no, not after that long spent shopping. So, checking a bit soon. Hi again, just checking in. It's getting a bit later. I think it's, let's see, it's 20 to 10 at night. And I just wanted to check in and say I finished it, my current read. It was Winter, just as a reminder. And I've really liked it. I've given it 5 stars. I thought that it was a very good conclusion to the series, and I liked how all the characters kind of came together from the previous series. I thought it was a good resolution as well. So yeah, I did enjoy it. I'm very glad I picked this series up. Cinder, the first book in the series, had been sitting on my shelf for years because I think I must have bought it when it was that series was really hyped up, and then never read it because I thought I'd have to buy the rest of the books. And now I've bought the rest of the books, but it was worth it because they were very good. So that's that finished. So I think that's 184 pages or something read today. So pretty good start to my readathon. Hoping to read more tomorrow because I'm not going to be dragged to grocery shopping. But yes, I'm not entirely sure what I want to read next. I'm thinking my library has Stars Above available to rent as an ebook. That's a kind of companion book to the series, just with some short stories. I'm thinking I might read that. But I don't know. I might pick up something else. We'll see. So yes, I think I'm just gonna just relax a bit the rest of the night. I might start reading something. We'll see. So yeah, checking again soon. Good morning, everyone. I've just had a bit of a lazy morning, but on with the vlogging. So yeah, a bit of a lazy morning, not done an awful lot, but I have read 50 pages of my book. So I've started Stars Above by Marissa Mayer. This is the kind of short story companion to the Lunar Chronicles series, which I just finished last night. So it's just been nice to read a couple of the stories so far. I think later on I'll probably talk more about my thoughts on the Lunar Chronicles, and particularly Winter, since I read it last. And yeah, I'm just gonna just give a bit of an overview to the series and such in case anyone doesn't know. But today, plan is continue tidying. My room's still disgusting. There's construction noises, sorry. And yeah, just going to do some more tidying, and I'm gonna have to sit down and do some uni work as well. Sad times. But yeah, I'm hoping to read maybe another 100 pages, and that would put me halfway through my current read. And that would also have me at 400 pages read over these 2 days if I did that. And then if we include Fridays, as Reagan does, then I've read 500 pages, which I didn't think would be possible. But we'll see. I've still not read enough to be near that goal, so I'll check in a bit later, hopefully without construction noise. Hi, just checking with another reading update. I've now read 110 pages today, so I'm making good progress so far. I should be able to read a lot more. I've been reading this book really quickly. I think it's just because it's ebooks. I tend to read an awful lot quicker. So yes, that's working out. Hopefully I get quite a bit more read today. I'm really liking it so far. I think some of the stories are better than the others. I think I'm on the fourth, and I've liked 2/3 so far. I thought one of them was a bit like almost unnecessary and a bit of a filler, really. Um, but yes, other than that, it's been really good, and I really like Marissa Meyer's writing. I like the series, I like the characters already, so it's been a fun read. So with that, I thought I'd talk a bit more about Winter, the book that I finished last night, since it didn't really. It's a bit late, and I didn't really want to talk about it because I just finished this big series and wanted to process it a bit. But yes, I did really like it. I really liked the series. It was a big surprise how much I liked it. If you don't know, the Lunar Chronicles is the series of about 4 books, though there's a couple of like spin-off things like the collection I'm reading. They were really popular a few years ago on BookTube and online and such, but I don't see them around as often anymore. Oh, I was getting tired, so we're switching. Yeah, so each book follows mostly the perspective of a different character. So first you've got Cinder, then you've got Scarlet Crest, Winter. The name of the girl is the name of the book, so it really works quite well. And then with each book, that character kind of joins on and meets up with the previous characters, if that makes sense. So by Winter, you've got all 4 of these main girls. They've all joined up in some way, and you get point of views from the previous characters, and each book has its own plot, but they all follow this build-up started in the first one, as a series does, of course. But you kind of got this big conclusion you've been building up for in Winter, and I thought that it was really well done. It wasn't over very quickly, which I feel like can be an issue in a lot of the last books in the series, but this one, the kind of final battle, final plot point, it did take a while. It built up well, and then it lasted a while. It didn't just end in 10 pages. So that was good, but it was also good that you got a bit of time after that, just the aftermath, putting things in order, which you sometimes also don't get. It kind of leaves you feeling a bit like you're just like what happens next, but not in a good way. It's like unsatisfying. But no, this was a satisfying ending to the series, and yeah, I'm really surprised with how much I've enjoyed it, and I'm really glad that I finally got around to reading it. So, TBR challenge was a good idea. So yeah, that's what I've been doing today. I've also been tidying, so I've made some more progress on that, hoping to get it actually a bit more finished. But I don't want to put down my books, so decisions. Yes, so I'm gonna actually end this clip here and go back to reading. But I'll be back with another update. Hopefully an update because my room's suddenly tidy, but we'll see. Hey guys, just checking with my tidying progress. As you can see, my pile has reduced quite dramatically. This box here is just empty boxes, so you can even ignore that. And that's just my bag with my uni books in it, and I don't know what to do since I don't have to actually go to class anymore. So really, I've just got this box, the box underneath, because this is some clothes that I've sorted out, and I just want to wait before I put them away, because I want to go through all the clothes that I left that I didn't take with me to uni, and probably chuck a lot of them, because why am I keeping them if obviously I wasn't planning on wearing them? But yeah, me in my slightly less of a disaster room. Also, I'm wearing my Manic World Tour t-shirt from when I went to the Halsey a couple of weeks ago. Thankfully, right before gatherings of over 500 were disallowed. I don't know what the word is. Yeah, it's really cute. It's got designs on the back. And yes, that's what I've been doing today. My desk and this thing is still an absolute disaster, but I got new flowers yesterday. Aldi had their flowers, which were really good and really cheap, and they're all half price, so got me some for, these are normally £1.80, so they're 90 pence, and they're going to be really cute. the same type as these ones, which I got a couple weeks ago and are still in good shape. So I have high hopes. But yeah, my room's a lot cleaner. I need to keep sorting that out, keep reading. Just thought I'd show you. My bookshelf is such a mess. I think I'm going to do a video reorganizing that, so watch out for that. But yes, I am going to do some more sorting out, some more reading. I've read 150 pages so far today, which I'm really hyped about. I'm going to keep reading more because I'm really in the mood for it, and it's actually not that late in the day either. Yes, so see you again soon. I've changed back into yesterday's clothes because I spilled ketchup on my t-shirt. The first time wearing this t-shirt, my concert merch that I really love and I'm really excited about, and I spilled ketchup on it. Why am I the way that I am? This better not stink. It's like right down the front. Hi again. It's actually quite late at night now on Sunday, so this will probably be my last clip of the actual vlog. I'll do a bit of a wrap up tomorrow, I think. But I've been reading my book. I've read 250 pages today of Stars Above, and I am really enjoying it. I have enjoyed most of the stories. When normally short story collections and like added novellas and things I can be a bit judgy on because a lot of the time I think they're unnecessary. And although they are unnecessary, they do add, and I have liked reading this one so far. I've only got 50 pages left, and I'm kind of considering staying up and reading it. Like, we'll see. You'll find out tomorrow if I do or not, but that's it so far. I think I've actually read over 500 pages this weekend though, so I'm pretty stoked about that. Yeah, so good night. I'll be back tomorrow with a bit of a wrap up. Just before I give my wrap up for the weekend, I want to show you because I finally mostly finished clearing my room, so I'll just start. So bookshelves still messy, but better. I've got these flowers and I've got my board, and oh, it's so nice. So I've got those. Then I've got this space. So I've cleared tops of these. I'm currently using my desk and doing some schoolwork. Me calculating my page count for the readathon because I am silly, so there's a spoiler. That's how much I've read. But yes, the floor space exists again. That's a box full of uni work because I don't really know what to do with it because I do need it for another week. So I think I'll leave them in there, and then after that I'll just have to find somewhere to store them. But that's a problem for another time. Hi, it's now Monday and I'm just checking in to give you my final wrap up of what I read over the weekend. So it's a pretty good reading weekend. I think I've read over 500 pages. I'm just not quite sure how much of the audiobook I listened to, but I think it's enough that I've read over 500 pages this weekend, so I'm really stoked about that. So first I read the last 184 pages of Winter by Marissa Meyer. And I finished it and I loved it, and I've spoken a lot about it, so I'm not going to say anything more. I listened to just over an hour of Daisy Jones and the Six on audiobook. I'm not certain how many pages this was, but I'll add it in when I edit once I have the physical copy. I think it should be maybe just under 50, I'm not sure though. And I also read 23 pages of Stars Above on Saturday, and then I read a good amount on Sunday. I ended up reading 257 pages, so the majority of the book, basically. I read the last 50 this morning actually and finished it. But yeah, I ended up really enjoying that as well. I didn't think all the stories were completely necessary, but overall I thought it was quite good, and I liked a lot of the stories in it. So that adds up to 464 plus however much of Daisy Jones I read. So I'll give you the new total. But yes, thank you for watching this. I hope it was entertaining. This is my first vlog, so I don't know what I'm doing completely, but if there's anything you want to see, let me know. And yeah, see you in another one soon.